Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Friday. It's the 1st of August, 2025. I'll look the seventh race from the spot, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Join me today and tomorrow for the final day of the glorious Goodwood meeting in the UK. Some excellent racing there, especially with the King George Stakes, and also here stateside for my Saratoga Whitney preview tomorrow. But the seventh race is a good one from Saratoga. Hopefully, it stays on the turf. Let's get to it right now. Seventh race from Saratoga. It's a National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame stakes. It's a grade two event going for a $400,000 purse. Race for 3-year-olds here. 9 horses are going to the inner turf course. The distance of ground is 1,600 meters, or a mile on the inner turf course. Rails are out 9 feet. Top selection here. I'm going to go with the numbers 3 horse Tis Dashing, 3726 in the superfecta for me. 3726 super. Top selection of 3 horse Tis Dashing. This 3-year-old colt by Tis the Law. Barkley tag trains one for Sakatoba. Toga. Javier Castellano gets to mount. They ran the horse most recently, 4th of July here at the Spa. A mile in the grade 3 Manila Stakes. And finished third by length. That was on a weekend where the first 2 weekends of the meeting here at Saratoga, if you weren't on the front end at Saratoga, you weren't winning. The Zulu King was on the front end mostly throughout the race and or just about on the front end from a tracking trip and won. This horse was just a little bit too far out of it. Not like he was far off the pace. As far as he was off the pace was by 1.5 lengths most of the race. He just couldn't get there late, but he ran his heart out off the bench also. I think a little bit leveler playing field here today. Back to Saratoga, second off the bench. I think this horse is going to be a better spot to win. Ran the Woodhaven at Aqueduct 1 mile 26th of April and finished sixth by length that day and just was wide, just a little bit flat. First start up from South Florida. He probably needed the race that day, and then an option 75 at Goldstream of the mile 16th in March. Finishing third by 3 quarters length, had a very wide trip, was really closing up well late. She just missed, but she ran her heart out that day. And then the Kitten's Joy at Goldstream of the mile 16th, finishing fifth by 4.5 lengths that day. Just was flatter than a pancake, never getting into it. Showed potential in the two races as a 2-year-old last year. Won a very nice main special weight in September at Aqueduct, going 3 quarters, and came back to have a very nice place in the UI to get some very nice listed quality horses at Aqueduct back in late October. Refreshing here today off some decent races. I think she could win, or he can win. I think the 7-horse Zulu Kingdom for Flavian and Chad Brown is probably one of your best horses here in the States, I think, over the mile. Very under the radar horse, I think. Shall I say, but a little arrogant to say. But this horse has done everything right. Won the Columbia at Tampa over the winter, came back to win a very nice running in the American turf, and won the Manila on this turf horse quite nicely. It's proven it could be on the front or come from a little bit behind. Coming here today, we'll probably see a little bit closer on this turf course, which is ideal. Likes running here. I'm going to give him a shot, 6-5. Nothing bad about him. Just the price. That's the only thing. But we are at the graveyard of favorites. I think the 2-horse Luther could win also for Joel and Charlie Fellows. The race in the Belmont Derby not the Widener, on the Mellon. I thought he closed up well that day. Prior to that, in the Prix Jacques Club earlier in June at Chantilly, he just never really got the good trip, but showed some potential in the Prix d'Essai de Poulins, the French 2,000 guineas. I think cutting back to a mile is really going to be in this horse's real house. At the Arena 1, I'll give him a shot on the tickets. Like I said, it's a very good race here. Beginning of the late pick 4, I think go a few ways here. But to recap my selection for the 7 from Saratoga, it's the grade 2 National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame stakes. Going to take the 3-horse Tis Dash and give kudos to the 7-horse Zulu Kingdom and the 2-horse Luther. 3726 Super, 372 in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.